So at this stage, we're going to start to make some more complex formulas using bitters and a combination of other herbs to achieve different improvements. In this case, we're looking at heart health. So these are heart bitters. So we have hawthorn berry, a really important heart herb. I'm using the berry. I also have hawthorn blossom tincture that I made this year. I picked my blossom tincture, my blossom and my berries in the Phoenix Park here in Dublin. This is St. John's wort. We know it's good for depression, lifts mood, also good for the heart. I made this tincture myself with John's wort, dried John's wort herb I bought in Germany. And then followed by that we have yarrow, which is again homemade. I made this recently, double distilled, you could say. I distilled it first with the natural herb that I didn't dry, and then I strained out the tincture, and I used dried yarrow, and I put the tincture into dried yarrow and extracted more. So this is a really, hopefully a potent yarrow. Yarrow is a great heating herb and has so many health benefits, and it's a slightly bitter. And then of course we have one of our top two bitters, wormwood. This one I made myself also as a tincture at home with the wormwood that I bought also in Germany. So we're going to measure out, with the hawthorn, we're going to measure out 120 mils of hawthorn, 45 mils of yarrow, 75 mils of St. John's wort, and 30 mils of wormwood. That should give it enough bitterness, with the main two herbs, the hawthorn and the John's wort, being the ones we want to lift mood. We know that wormwood also improves the nervous system, so it's good for any nervous system issues, including low mood, anxiety, insomnia. We'll talk more about that later. So let's measure out our 120 mils of hawthorn tincture. I think this should give us about 200 mils. That's about 120 there. So we place that into our 120 mils of beautiful hawthorn. Next we're going to go with 45 mils of our yarrow. See the green tint in that. That's about 50 mils, but don't worry too much. We're not using the scientific approach, it's the folk method, getting close enough to what we need. And 75 mils of St. John's wort. So it's going to be a nice blend of herbs. It'll be a nice mixture. I hope it's not too bitter, because we're always looking for, you know, character, depth, color, flavor, complexity in our formulas. Once you get to this stage, you start playing around. It's like the alchemy of herbs. So we have 30 mils of wormwood, and this brings me to about 300 mils. So what we'll do next is we will put this is a 200 ml bottle, and this is a 50 ml dropper, and this is a 100 ml dropper. We'll use this. So this is for storage, and then the other droppers for daily use. So it's good to put them in amber bottles because it keeps the light from affecting the tincture. I don't think, it's only about 50 mils left of that. Maybe I misjudged it, or maybe I put too much into this. And I have a label made here, which is for my heart bitter label. Just put that on there just to kind of remember, because when you start making formulas you get mixed up and they get lost, and put the date on it. It's a nice memory. What have we got here? Well, let me just measure this out so that I use the correct bottles. No point. That's about 50 mils. Yeah, so I'm going to use this little baby here, dropper bottle, 50ml dropper bottle. So it comes with a little neck, plastic neck, so we'll just take that off for a minute and we'll see, will this fit in here? No. Hence I have my small funnel. So it's going to be a nice little 50ml. So I'd probably take about 55ml, so that's nice. Just taste this. So that's using the dropper. I have 5ml there. Yeah, you can really taste the wormwood. I'm going to go for another bit. I love my bitters. And you can squeeze that out to seal it. So we'll seal that. And then when you open it, it'll be like fresh. So I made a little bit of a mess there. That's your 50ml dropper of the heart herbs. I'll put a label on that in a little bit. And that's your storage 200ml of heart herbs. So next we're going to look at cleansing bitters. Bitters for the liver and the blood.